So a lot of effort has gone into um, getting humans to suffer from a kind of blindness. And I may say this in a couple of different ways, and I'm probably gonna have to do some edits, guys. This is episode 5 of this series on adrenochrome, Q, a lack of like human beings being disconnected from reality, being disconnected from basic perception that is available to all humans, having an inability to look at a series of actions, recognize a pattern, look at history, understand what may be about to happen, and then also a disconnection from that upper level bit of research that I taught you guys about in the prior episodes. A lot of effort has gone into that. Because as I was saying in the preceding episode, if you can take away education from a human, limit the kind of history and what they know about history, because humans don't know history. It's been shredded, remixed, supremacized, imperialized, colonized, and all that kind of mess that we constantly deconstruct here on my channel and all across the internet, to the point that you don't even know reality. Like, humans don't even have a good base understanding of where they came from. They base their understanding on what contrived religious texts tell them, or they base it on what science or history of the contrived, or actually that's a wrong way to say it. It's the current understanding of science and history that people have, and it's still incomplete. And so that's why people who are neurodivergent are such an important advancement. It's why I've taught you guys neurodivergence is really just a concerted effort to pull people out of the coma that the current systems have put you in, like capitalism has done, where it makes you think that capitalism is the only way, no matter how toxic it is, even to pull you out of a worship of capitalism, to the extent that now you're there's a concerted effort to steer you towards being more authentic, honest with yourself, and in deeper contact with yourself. Because if you will just listen to you, if you could just listen to the fact that your blood pressure is too dadgum high, if you could just pay attention to the fact that you are unhappy, and if you could just pay attention to your own healing of your own inner child, if you could just pay attention to the fact that you got to constantly be deconstructing every day, critically thinking every day. Like, if you could just be steered back to that, human beings could be brought back from the brink. But instead, you believe in conspiracy theories like adrenochrome, and that there are elites, and then you fall into anti-Semitism because you believe there are Jewish elites who are drinking the blood of children who they've petrified to death. And what I was saying earlier, or in the past videos, is that the fact that people believe that should send off alarms to people who are intuitives, because if you understand the real, and I'll have to go into that with you, and I'll have to come up with a way of breaking that down, because again, these topics that I'm dealing with are controversial Tuesday topics. They are, they will seem tinfoil hatty, but they're really in an effort. And like, my whole work of just coming online and beginning to try to talk humans off of a ledge by urging them to deconstruct everything and to think critically about everything, because the average human doesn't even perceive the fullness of reality, and they don't even realize, as I've told you guys before, like, Planet Blue is not, I was wrong, and I didn't actually use the word supermax before, Most people think of like Earth as a prison. It's a prison planet, blah, blah, blah. I cannot confirm that. But what I can confirm is that Earth is not just one phase of being. Earth, some people, well, I will tell you what I used to explain it as. It's just it has many layers and dimensions. And if you would think of Earth and planet Blue as not just being what you perceive, but if you would, or how you were taught to perceive it, because we're taught to consider Earth as the sky, the clouds, all of that terrestrial, that layer. And then we come down into the firmament or the dirt. And then below that, there is water, or adjacent with that there is water. And most people are programmed with that understanding, and that understanding is limited and incorrect, and it is incomplete. But if you can take a human, as I was teaching you guys, and I'll not harp on this point anymore, unless you guys want me to like elaborate. It's slave psychology, which is what is going on right now. And if you can de-educate a human, you can cut it off from history, so it cannot look at what's the scams that are being run in their present, a series of data points. They can't predict what is about to occur. So you can run the same scams on human beings generation to generation. And you can delude them. You can disconnect them from reality. And then you got your slaves. And you can have them believe. You can actually have them believe because they are demelanated, right? They lack melanation, that they are superior to, that there is a certainty in their superiority to those with melanation and those who are more richly melanated. And it's the craziest thing, but it has this lack of perception, this lack of an attachment to reality and the truth, this running headfirst into a post-truth world will destroy humanity if they do not turn back from it. You will be knocked back down to whether it is the Stone Age, whether it is, and I'm trying to use some more quippier phrases, but you will be knocked back into hunter-gatherer or worse. And you will lose every bit of hard work and the fruits of the hard work and the labor that humans have done to pull themselves back up out of the dirt from the last upheaval. And you'll be knocked back to making cave paintings on a wall. And some of you think that's okay, but what you don't realize is your lack of melanation is going to destroy your ability to survive what is coming. And as I have already said beforehand, what could occur, because you're just now seeing the climatic upheavals, you're just now seeing that. And all that is a warning. Just warning. That's how Earth will warn human beings who've gotten very, very comfortable with their established systems and really what in the end will be shown as delusions. It's just a warning sign. And you can believe it or you cannot believe it, but that prediction that I made is still holding true. Told you that the infrastructure at Katrina levels or worse was going to occur, and that people would have to walk out of where they are, and that you need to establish that second place. And some of you are going to have a third place, because what people are about to see is that your comforts will be taken from you. And I'll talk to that in the next episode 6.